Greetings, friends. In this week's Parsha, we hear the drumbeat of Mashiach. Quote, Ani Yosef, ha'od avichai. I am Yosef. Is my father still alive? But his brothers could not answer him. My friends, this is how Mashiach is going to come. All jaws will drop. It will be so sudden, so unexpected, and so obvious. Suddenly black clouds will clear and brilliant light will flood the world. Like Yosef's brothers, we will be speechless. Right now, our eyes are covered. Mashiach could be in front of us, but we do not see. We say Hallel during Hanukkah, which includes this three-part statement. Quote, all the nations surround me. In the name of Hashem, I cut them down. They encircle me. They also surround me. In the name of Hashem, I cut them down. They encircle me like bees, but they are extinguished as fire does thorns. In the name of Hashem, I cut them down. These words are interpreted to refer to the three-stage war of Gog and Magog. The Chafetz Chaim stated that the war of Gog and Magog would be divided into three parts. Please notice the words of the Psalm, which mentions three instances of, quote, they surround me, they encircle me. It is my understanding that the Chafetz Chaim referred these passages to the three phases of the war of Gog and Magog, which he identified as the First World War, the Second World War, which he predicted, and the final war. During the First World War, the centuries-old structure of Jewish settlement across Europe was destroyed. During the Second World War, the Jews were specifically singled out. And the third passage mentions bees. On the basis of this, the Brisker Rav explained that our enemies would be like bees who die when they sting, which seems to be a prediction of suicide bombing, including the events of September 11th, 2001. Incidentally, much of this information, which I just said over, I obtained from a very fascinating book called Redemption Unfolding. The war of Gog and Magog would be directed against the Jews throughout the world. And this would be the culmination of our long exile. Each time, the intensity of the attack upon the children of Israel becomes more focused and severe, until it is clear that the hatred of the entire world is directed toward us. We cannot stop concentrating on this and contemplating this. In Mitzrayim, the vast majority of the Jews, amazingly, ignored Moshe Rabbeinu, Moses, and were swallowed up in the blackness. We, in our own times, have to take this seriously as a powerful guide to the way we should behave during these dangerous times. Our lives are at stake every moment. In Psalm 118, in Hallel, King David is referring to the culminating war of history, when the entire world is uniting to annihilate us, God forbid. As it says in Megillus Esther, lahashmid, to destroy, to slay, and to exterminate all the Jews, young and old, infants and women. What is King David's answer to our problems? The name of Hashem, B'Shem Hashem. These words are repeated 3 times. That is our secret, B'Shem Hashem. Avigdor Miller wrote during Hanukkah on the subject of Jews carrying weapons. If you are a man of peace, this is a quote, if you are a man of peace and you are not armed, you're more likely to survive. Once you pull a knife, then you cannot tell what the other party might do. He'll get desperate. Am Yisrael, the Jewish nation, has survived history by living B'Shem Hashem. When Yosef was in the house of Potiphar in Egypt, he rose to greatness because the name of Hashem was always on his lips. And when Paro requested that he interpret dreams, Yosef answered, quote, "This is beyond me. It is God who will respond with Paro's welfare." Can you imagine the courage this took? With his clear-headed brilliance, Yosef saved Am Yisrael forever. We are unique, hated by all the nations of the world. How did we survive? And how will we continue to survive? Those who speak in the name of Hashem are the army of Israel. The sound of Torah is the sound of battle. Am Yisrael, bringing light into the world. Yaakov Avinu, battling the angel until the dawn breaks. This is not naivete. This is not exaggeration. This is truth. Ata Echad, you are one, and your name is one. And who is like your people, Israel? One nation on earth. If we go through life like Yosef with the name of Hashem on our lips, with the fear of Hashem in our heart, and the Torah of Hashem as our guide, no nation can touch us. Through this, we'll be privileged to greet Mashiach ben David on the great day when the dark clouds disperse and the great light shines upon the earth. Good Shabbos.